Welcome to another NEBA Spotlight. Today I'm very happy to present to you Natalie with Cross Country Mortgage. Natalie, tell us about your business.
Awesome. Thanks, Greg. So happy to be here, everybody. I am looking forward to sharing with you a little bit about what I do. The presentation's pretty basic and straightforward, and then I hope there'll be time for any questions that you might have at the end. But my name is Natalie Malinowski. I work at Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, and I am a loan officer. A little bit about me personally. I live in Raleigh, Massachusetts with my husband, my two kids, and our cat, Marley, who is a love just like Karim's. We do have two goldfish. They never make the slide. They're just kind of there, but they're healthy and they won't die. So we take care of them and they live with us. I'm an undergraduate of Loyola University in Chicago. I got my MBA back when it was Simmons College and it was an all female MBA program. I did that while I was the sales manager at Electric Insurance Company. They are a GE affiliate insurance carrier, property and casualty. I worked there for over a decade, and that's where I developed most of my financial services experience, sales leadership experience, and sales technique. And I've been a loan officer for the last 3 years. I left that prior job looking for a better balance with my children and with work. And being a loan officer was a great fit. It allowed me to not only leverage my background in sales leadership, and in financial services, but also allowed me to have a greater impact. When you help someone buy an auto policy, they kind of have to have it, especially if you live in Massachusetts. When you help someone buy a home, there's really no other feeling like that. And that's why I included this quote, because this job is a little bit crazy. I'm sure Rick can agree. Probably once a day, we wonder why we do it. But the reality is, this is a Maya Angelou quote: the ache for home lives in all of us, the safe place where we can go as we are and not be questioned. And I think at the end of the day, when we do get to that closing table and you're, giving somebody a hug or whatever it might be, the work we do really is important and impactful. And so that's what keeps me coming back. And really, I love what I do. Continuing on. So, what is a loan officer? This probably seems pretty straightforward, but I think it's always worth going through it, especially as I'm trusting you to all refer me. And like I think Tom was saying, speak positively about me, create buzz. But a loan officer works for a lender or a broker and secures financing for your big day. So essentially, we act as the person between you and the funds that you need to buy your home. For me personally, it's important that I actively listen to you to provide a highly personalized experience. And I want to focus on what's most important to you. I think people assume that rate is the most important to everybody. It's not. Some people need the hand holding. Some people, the monthly payment is the most important. So discovering that is part of that initial conversation that I'll go through a little bit later. I'm paid by the lender and I'm only compensated upon loan closing. So, like I said earlier, when I was talking about referrals, those conversations that I have with people just start the process. They don't cost a thing. And oftentimes, the timeline for someone to buy a home is so variable. But at the end of the day, the compensation comes from the lender and when the loan closes. And really, my goal personally is that all my clients feel educated and empowered throughout the process. What I never want is for a client to get to the closing table and be signing their life away when they see that 30-year amortization schedule and wonder, did they make the right choice? I want them to know that they did, that they got the right product that fit their needs. So, a little bit about Cross Country Mortgage, where I work. They were founded in 2003. They're headquartered in Ohio. They're licensed in 50 states. What that means is that I can actually act as a front end loan coordinator in any of the 50 states. However, I am personally licensed in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, Connecticut, and Florida. That means that I act both as a front end and the back end loan coordinator. My name's on all the paperwork, etc. However, I can make referrals across the country and, or like I said, act as that front end loan coordinator to stay with your client throughout the process. We also have a really broad portfolio. So we're both a direct lender. That means we underwrite our own loans, all in house, but we also broker products. That means that we can maximize our product offering and the pricing we're available to offer. So we work with some of the bigger banks to offer different types of products. A lot of our HELOC products or equity products are brokered. And we also do reverse mortgages. Those are actually in-house. I think they've gotten a bad name, but we are doing a lot of work around educating the population about the benefit of a reverse mortgage, especially in this environment where so many people have so much equity in their homes. It can help people stay in their homes longer, leveraging that equity. So what do we offer? So we have our typical conventional programs. These are your down payments between 5 and 20%. We have first-time homebuyer programs offering down payments as low as 3%. These can be 1 to 4 unit properties. We have no overlays on credit score or things like that. We also do jumbo loans in this category. We offer government programs, FHA, USDA, VA, and cash assistance programs through both Mass Housing and New Hampshire Housing, which are both excellent bond programs offering really much needed cash assistance to those first-time home buyers. I'm very comfortable with our FHA programs as well, including condo spot approval. A lot of times a condo precludes somebody from getting FHA products. We can do spot approvals. We have our own internal condo team. The reason I mentioned condos is with today's home prices, condos are becoming very attractive. We also do what's called a non-QM. This is a category of loans, and Rick kind of spoke to this a little bit as well, that are for buyers who have maybe unique circumstances. Somebody owns a lot of property, but they don't have primary housing expense. So they might do an investor cash flow, or they don't have a big job that makes a lot of money. All their investments make their money. Investor cash flow is great. We don't have to look at your income. As long as your property pays for itself, we can get you in it. Asset qualifier, again, maybe someone's job isn't standard, they're self-employed, they don't make a lot of money, but they have a lot of money in the bank, they've been really smart with their investments. Can their assets afford the property? We can look at that. Bank statement loans, another great option for self-employed borrowers where maybe perhaps their income isn't substantial, but their business has a lot of cash flow. This is a great product for them. Needless to say, you don't need to remember all this. You just need to know that if you have a problem, I'll solve it. Oh my God, Ice Ice Baby. See all that talk of board games put us back into the 80s. So needless to say, we have a lot of products to solve your unique needs. So what does my process look like? There'll be an initial intake. I can do this over the phone, over Zoom, or even in person, as a lot of buyers do appreciate that. I'd like to know your unique situation so I can match it with your lending needs. Our application I can do online myself with you, or you can do it online. It's very easy to use. It looks at your demographics, where you live, how long you've lived there, employment, income, credit, assets, and liabilities. Then we'll get documents to support those things. I don't think people lie intentionally, but a lot of people misremember how much money they make annually. You wouldn't believe. Once we verify all of that information through those documents, we start looking at products. I consider things like, what down payment are you comfortable with? What's your debt to income look like? What your credit score is, and the property type you're looking at. This helps me pick a product and generate a pre-approval. I also, on behalf of all my clients, will call out to any seller agents that you make offers to let them know the strength of your approval and that I've already thoroughly vetted your application. This gives them the confidence to know there'll be no problem with financing. These are just a couple of testimonials as I wrap up here. You can find my business on my Google business page, Natalie Malinowski, Cross Country Mortgage LLC. I have over 20 reviews there, all 5-star reviews. I won't read these for you, but I'll give you another couple of seconds. Essentially, though, they all say the same, excuse me. They all kind of say the same thing. And I don't do this to tout my own horn so much as just to give you further confirmation that I genuinely love what I do and I take it very personally. And your referrals are of utmost importance to me, and I will make sure that they are taken care of throughout the process. Finally, how can you get in touch with me? I am very active on Instagram. You can follow me at @fitnatic.financing. I'm also on Facebook. You can just follow me there, Natalie Camerlengo Malinowski for my personal page, and Natalie Malinowski on my business page. And I work out of Lawrence. That's my phone number. Call or text anytime. And you can also email me. Feel free to share this information. I thank you all very much for your time today. And there isn't time for questions, Greg, but if you do have any, please do not hesitate to reach out. Happy to talk about what I do anytime.
Great job, Natalie. We look forward to supporting your business, and please reach out to Natalie if you have any questions.